Hello and welcome everybody, this is Gogs Gaming. As you all know, the Nintendo Switch event, which will unveil a lot of information about Nintendo's new home console, is just a few hours away. So I thought I'd put together a list of 5 things that I hope and predict will be supported by the Nintendo Switch. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Number 5. As you've all seen, Unreal Engine 4 sports stunningly gorgeous graphics. While Unreal Engine has already confirmed in a tweet that the Nintendo Switch will in fact support Unreal Engine 4, official confirmation by Nintendo would put the nail in the coffin. Most of you have probably seen games set in an Unreal Engine 4 type environment, and to say the least, the graphics and environmental atmosphere are just simply breathtaking. Just imagine The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine 4, or Majora's Mask for that matter, or Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine. The possibilities are endless. Simply put, for a next-gen console, I hope and expect Nintendo will support Unreal Engine 4. Number 4. We already know that the Switch won't be backwards compatible when it comes to physical media, which makes sense given that the games will be in cartridge format. However, I sure hope and predict that the Switch supports digital backwards compatibility. There's been rumors that it will support GameCube games via some sort of a virtual console setup, which would be great. It would be even better if the system also supports virtual console type setup for the NES, SNES, and Nintendo 64 games at the very least. Yes, the Switch is a new system, and the emphasis should no doubt be on games fully utilizing its power. But the Virtual Console was an important part of the Wii U, partly due to the dearth of games available, and I hope and predict that the Switch will in some way have similar support. Number 3. Nintendo surprised everyone with their new IP from a few years ago, Splatoon. I'll be honest, I didn't think the game would be all that fun and enjoyable. However, the game turned out to be one of the more enjoyable Nintendo titles, especially given its robust multiplayer mode. Aside from the excellent multiplayer mode, what made Splatoon so enjoyable was the bright, vibrant colors and the litany of DLCs that gave players an incentive to continue to get better weapons and unlock newer areas. In that regard, I hope and expect that Nintendo will come up with another interesting new IP for the Switch. Imagination can take us anywhere. In addition, the Switch needs to support a healthy lineup of third-party games. That is one thing the Wii U lacked, which, in an ironic way, made the Wii U's Virtual Console that much more appealing. I hope and predict that Nintendo will have a solid third-party support, and what better way than having Yooka-Laylee on the console. This game is just gorgeous, and is being developed by a lot of folks who are on the Banjo-Kazooie team at Rare, and we all know how great a game Banjo-Kazooie turned out to be. The developer of the game recently noted that they would be looking for ways to make the game available for the Switch, so I'm hopeful that this will come to fruition. Number 2. So what do I mean by Mario and Zelda titles that are epic? Well, simply put, I hope and expect Nintendo to really hit it out of the ballpark when it comes to its 2 flagship franchises, Mario and Zelda, in a way that Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time did for the N64. We've seen much of Breath of the Wild, and it looks absolutely amazing and looks to be a massive blockbuster. The very limited amount of footage we've seen, mostly restricted to the Great Plateau area comprising 1-2% of the total area of the game, has been absolutely magnificent, and I'm certain Breath of the Wild won't disappoint. I also want the same for the Mario title. Looking back, Super Mario 64 was the standard when it came to excellent Mario gameplay in a 3D environment. I want this new Mario game to be a significant undertaking with hub areas and interconnected worlds. Please Nintendo, no more 3D Marios which are basically a hybrid of a 3D Mario game with a side-scroller. Give us something with the general structure of Super Mario 64, with the vibrant atmosphere of Super Mario Sunshine, and the unique, complex puzzle solving that made Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario Galaxy 2 so great. Based on the short trailer we've seen, the game certainly looks to be using a more vibrant color palette, and looks beautiful. During last year's E3, Shigeru Miyamoto said, and I quote, "We're always challenging ourselves to create something new. So hopefully you'll see a new kind of Mario." As such, I'm hopeful and therefore predict that the new Mario game will be revolutionary in a way that Super Mario 64 was at its time. Number 1. I predict that both the Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild will come out together at launch, sometime in March of this year. We are all but certain on the Switch's release date, so the only question mark is Breath of the Wild, and I think that Nintendo has spent a considerable amount of time and already had numerous delays, so I have to believe that the game will come out at launch, which would make a massive splash. I do not believe that the new Mario title will come out at launch. For starters, we've literally had a couple of seconds of gameplay compared with the plethora of information we've been receiving for Breath of the Wild. Moreover, last E3, Shigeru Miyamoto said, and I quote, "Hopefully you'll see a new kind of Mario in about a year or two." So that was in 2016, which would make it, sometime around 2017 or 18 as the release date. He also stated that maybe next E3, meaning E3 in 2017, we'll be able to share something. Assuming this is the same game we saw a quick trailer of back in October when we had that only trailer to date on the Nintendo Switch, this all makes sense, as they literally haven't shown off any information about the game, and I don't believe they would go from 0 to 100 miles in a few seconds. In addition, I suspect that Nintendo will release what appear to be ports with some enhanced options for both Splatoon and Mario Kart 8 at launch as well. These should be fun and interesting games as well. Well, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. And very shortly, we should have many more answers to a lot of questions. Thanks for watching Gogs Gaming. Have a great day.